All right, P's. So I'm going to do replay review for you and Seb. Just from my perspective, see how I would have done things differently. I have the time on my vacation. This way we don't have to really take time during our practice to go over a replay. If we want to discuss something, we can later. It's fine. It's whatever. We're going to have our differing opinions on how we play the game. But this is going to be how I see it and how I think we might be able to improve a little bit. Because individually, I think we're great. We show flashes of being good as a team, working well, just having that chemistry. But we're missing something. I feel like we're hindering our teammates a little bit. We're hindering our progress by just things that we do. We're not flowing as we should at that higher rank. So that's going to be what I'm focusing on here. And say, how can we improve that from my perspective? Watching you, and then watching Seb. Say we go for boost here. Pick up boost, go back to net. A little deep. I don't like the flip. I'm wondering if you knew that I was cutting mid here. So I was turning up. I think you can recognize that I was turning up here, so we stay down. I say in this kind of instance, if I do cut in front of you, which I think is still the right play, I'm covering midfield. You are back. You're in the net. I cover midfield. Seb's first man. Technically now you're last man. I think this is my ball to go for. But you recover well from it. You don't commit, and that's the biggest thing. I say you make a good touch to push this up here. I just think we need to be moving at this a little bit quicker. Setting up the play just a little bit quicker because you have somebody bearing down on you. You make a good touch up, say boost at this and either hit into it to send it out into the midfield or get that slight touch and try to air dribble it out or just one touch and then jump off the wall and then hit the ball to send it out. Something other than waiting, because if we wait for the perfect touch here, as it looks like you were trying to do, you're waiting for that perfect touch. They're going to be bearing down on you. 3v3, we don't have time. Don't burn boost. Corner. I don't mind that. I'm wondering... Seb goes in the corner. I was wondering why you weren't closer. Seb goes into the corner. You come over here. You get a nice little pop. Sets up a play. I'm good. I'm good with that. Ambitious. I don't mind it. You might have caught them unaware. I say Seb goes up, makes the touch. But I mean, you do have two people challenging this. The better play, and I'm not saying it's a better play, but a better play might be pushing this and keeping control and pushing it this way. That way you can go up the wall and you can do something with it. Even with small boost, I think you'd be able to do something with that. Here, it's like we're inviting a 50. They say it's either a goal or a 50. We don't know which one. But either way, I say keep possession here a little bit. Don't know what happened there, but we're not going to watch it again. I like the flip onto the wall and then the follow-up. I like the chase. I like the boost grab. I'm going to argue the same thing here, actually, as in the corner over there. And so you have somebody kind of bearing down on you a little bit. But more importantly, it's more of like a rush against time kind of thing here. They say you need to get this ball in a position where your teammates can do something with it. So we don't really want to do anything ourselves. I think you do pass this. You go over here and you pass this way. I don't like that pass. But I think we have two options here. And so you pick up this boost. My default is we jump off the wall and we dodge into the ball right here. And we send this ball right up here and have it screaming down right here, right in front of your teammate. I say it's moving towards our team and not them. That's the biggest thing. I say your other option here is you do the same thing as I told you back there, where you just drive into it, you nudge the ball slightly out this way, and then you jump off the wall, and you can do one of two things. You can shoot or pass, one of these two options, or you can have a direct pass at Seb. I say one of the two. I say I don't like the idea of pushing this ball across the net. It's like a plat passing play. That's hard to say. A plat passing play, right across here where it just crosses the net. Like, it's moving right towards the defense. And say the ball's moving here. I say our team shouldn't be diving at this. But if it's moving towards them, they have the advantage, all right? Say they're driving towards the ball's moving towards them. This whole space right here should not be a passing play. I say, unless if the ball is all the way up here. I say, if it's up here and they're on the ground, it's the right play because they're not able to go with no momentum and jump straight up and beat our guys who should have momentum going up to try to hit this. Otherwise, I don't really like this whole right here because you're just inviting this person to hit this ball strong this way because all it takes is a slight angled shot. So if he comes up and he hits this perfectly, he goes this way. I mean, I'm back, I'm waiting, but we don't want to do that. Let's see if there was. Might have argued you were trying to get around this ball a little bit. You'd have to stay on the wall a little bit more. You'd have to probably stay on the wall and then dodge sideways into this over here. Sideways dodge into this to shoot it down to him. I still think the other way's quicker and probably more efficient. I think that's probably the best word to use that I'm trying to get out of us, just efficiency. Go up for it. I think that was a pass to me. I think we over arrow here. I think once you get the angle that you want for your car, like pointed at where you want, or at least pointed in a direction that one of your car can hit at, you just stay at it, and then you just slam into it. But yeah, this is just a slight air roll adjustment. Say, I'm not sure if we were trying to go for a double tap or a catch and air dribble. I think a higher probability play in this situation is we go up and we just hit this ball slightly, pop it, but hit this ball slightly this way. All right, pop it right here. You pop it right here, your person who's last can go up for it very easily. This guy might be able to react to it, but like he's coming this way and then he's turning this way, and it's very hard for him to carry that momentum, go up for it. This person's at a standstill. This person's out of the play. So if we get a slight pop right here, that's a very high probability shot for our teammate compared to something that's very mechanical. All three players are back, so you're going to try to 1v3 them. Not only that, but you burn all your boost, and you're going to have a hard time getting back. Good bump. You get bumped. And we get squirrel. A kickoff. Hold that air power slide. I like the idea here. I just can't tell if you're trying to drop that right on my car or try to lead me. Because in this situation, you want to try to lead. And so you want to drop this ball like here. Like you don't want to drop it right on me. You want to drop this ball like right here. If that's the case, you kind of just, you go up here and you just hit it with the side of your car and have it drop right here. So you want your teammate to be able to drive into it, not have the ball just drop right on them. Because it's very hard to control. So you do that. Seb can go for a demo. I can go for a solo play. I can catch it. I can flick it. I can do a lot more things, but it's very hard to do something where it's just dropping right on my car. So lead me that I can either play the ball with speed. That's the biggest thing. The idea was right, though. Another failed wave dash. He was starting to look like me out there. It was a bit of a dive. I think he had you beat. Just hoping that you get a piece of it. So two of their players went. Okay, I can see why you're turning upfield, because if teammates able to hit this, in this case me, able to hit this past them, you might have an open net. All right, so I like that. The only thing I'm questioning here is can we distinguish, you know, is this a threat? All right, so the ball drops right in front of their third man, and our third man, me, right now is back of the net. Seb is flailing on the post. Would it be better just to assume that we are just going to play defensively? So I'm last man, Seb's second man. You would be first man technically, or third man, however you want to view this, but you're controlling midfield. All right, you're stopping anything that happens midfield. You're coming back into the play. You're cutting like I did the first play of the game. Is it better? Can we recognize that the ball is in a threatening position? Should we go for this and stop this play from happening? I might argue that we can. Right here, where the ball it drops. I say, and it's right in front of their third. I say, I think in this instance, we recognize that there's going to be a little bit of danger. There's a lot of space between me and the ball. Seb's nowhere near the ball, and the opponent is close. So I think we try to go for this. We hit this to the corner and we start a counter. I say, can we recognize like in this instance, the space between me and the ball versus me and their third? All right, we're not really taking into account that he's not going to shoot this on goal. He's probably just looking to go for a 50, but he gets a clean beat because he's a lot closer. And then Seb's out of position. And they score. I respect that. Not going for the mid boost there. Going for that. Might have pushed up a tad too far. They didn't capitalize on this here, but he can definitely shoot this. We've seen this even in 2v2 when we played, where he rolls this up and then he just dodges into this, and you're last man. So I'm creeping up a tad too far. Almost gonna have to respect his shot there, which he doesn't take. Ooh, that was a dive. That's a rough position, putting it right there. I had no boost. But yeah, he already jumps for this, and then you jump at it. And we kind of take ourselves out of the play. Yeah, he jumped a second, and then you responded. You let him have boost again. Good. Seb's going for a double flip reset. Probably not the best idea. Push this to the corner. You do. Good. You get mauled by your teammate. Love that. Ripper. Just missed. I think that's the right play. I say you have two people going for the ball here, looking for the save, but I think, yeah, you put that on target, you score. Maybe I don't know if we should be going for the demo here, though. Chasing the demo. I don't mind the demo when you're crossing the net, but if you're turning up the field to go for a demo, or up the wall to go for a demo or a bump, I don't like that. Another failed wave dash. I think we waited too long on this one, again. I say, if we don't have boost, we don't have momentum. I think the better play is, don't even put this on your card. Just hit this to the wall. Hit this to their corner. Don't even risk it, because if you wait to put this on your car and flick it, I say you're just teeing it up. It's just a big golf ball. They're going to go up there and they're going to swing. Got away with it, but it's okay. Wow, you took off from midfield. You took off from Narnia. I say if you took off later and you read the play, because we don't know if this guy's going to hit this or not. Like it does. I don't think he's going to. He really jumped, and he might have jumped because you jumped. I don't know, but I would probably wait till about here to even like get off the ground and then shoot. You wait to do that. I think you score. Yeah, that was pretty far. That was ambitious. It's good. That should be a pass across, which it is. It's a terrible pass across. But you read it well, you go for it. I don't mind that. That's good. He had a slight touch. It looked like he had lined up perfectly. Slight touch. All right. You want to catch that, but if you can't, you get a nice controlled touch. I think you go up the wall just a tad bit more. This is just a misread. They say, looks like you're doing what I think you should do. And you should be trying to hit this right here and center it back out here for your teammate. It's a slight misread. Maybe got a little too close. I don't mind that, though. I don't like that. This shouldn't have worked. Seb's just monkeyed at this a little bit. We should be starting a counter here, okay? Or they should be starting a counter here. We're heading back for defense, so I think the better play here is actually to hit this across to me. Swing out a little wider whenever you do this, which I think you kind of do, but I think you're doing that to try to get it on the other side of your car. So swing out just a tad bit here more, and then side flip into this, put this across to me to be able to do something. I say we don't want to just stop the ball. We don't want to catch the ball here. We don't really want to pop this ball up because even if you get this guy to miss, the person behind him is right there. I say we're just teeing it up at that point. That or you let this ball go in front of you and you take it to the corner. But I think the better probability play here is you push this across the field to me. That being said, Seb makes a good play. Say I don't think we dodged into this. If we dodged into this, I think you score. Yeah, you empty dodge. I heard it. We try to get ball and boost. Cyberbullying your teammate. Love it. I'd call him off, Seb. I don't remember the comms. I don't think you called him off. You call him off. The other team can't hear our comms, so it looks like he's still going for it. The ball drops. You have 100 boost. Do your thing. But now we're forced to take that 50. And I'm forced to take that 50. And you did a weird flip to get back. And we double commit. Took both boosts. Maybe a tad too long here as well. As soon as you hit this right here. So it's one of two things, I think. I'm not even opposed to catching it. I'm just saying, if you catch it, you're anticipating the flick. It's one touch and then pop it, go from a dribble to an air dribble. It's a good play. Catch it, flick it early so that the person behind you has something to go up and play with. Or you let this ball bounce and then whenever you take it to an air dribble. It's probably a little easier to set up. Let it pop, and then you're able to do it. But I think we take a second too long here, and then we get dunked. It's also probably a little ambitious to go for. Yeah, I don't think we're scoring from that, and I don't think there's really any high probability plays that could happen, even if you do hit this. Because I think you do hit this. I mean, the ball's hitting right here, and it's coming right here. You have a guy right there who's ready to absolutely rip it back into our zone. So we're just wasting boost there. Good bump. Ooh, unfortunate. That's all she wrote. Okay, a lot of good stuff there. Things we can focus on, though. I'm going to do Sebs now. Cool.